Ayan. So, pumunta na po tayo sa pinaka-highlight ng aming presentation, ang SPG and SSG Election Guidelines. Kagaya po ng sinabi ko sa inyo kanina, ang focus ng presentation na ito ay ang manual type of elections dahil magkamukha lamang po ng activities, either manual or digital. Ang tanging difference lang po niya is yung modality because we are going to utilize digital platforms for digital elections. Yung digital platforms po na yan, na i-utilize po ng ating mga schools, yan po ay pagdedesisyonan po ng ating COMELEC. At mas maintindihan po natin yan mamaya sa election procedures. Presenting the activities or the outline of activities for the SPG, SSG elections. 1. Announcement of elections. Number 2, filing and evaluation of EAP. Number 3, consolidation and printing of election paraphernalia. Number 4, announcement of the final list of official candidates and distribution of election paraphernalia. Number 5, election proper. Later on po, wag po kayong masyadong malito dahil magbibigay din po kami ng election flowchart po dito na i-discuss po naman ni Sir Chris Fernandez. And number 6, proclamation of winners. Number 7, selection and approval of SPG, SSG advisorship. Sa mga kasamahan po natin dyan, teacher advisors, pwede po kayong mag-react ng heart, dahil later po malalaman po ninyo yung bago po nating proseso sa pag-select po at pag-approve ng SSG at SPG advisor. Number 8, oath-taking. And the last one is consolidation of election documents. For the announcement of elections po, we have 3 main activities here. Letter A, coordination of SPG, SSG, COMELEC with class advisors. So COMELEC or the COMELEC shall announce the conduct of elections and schedule of activities amongst class advisors, informing that each elected president of the class or of the section will be the representatives and participants of this school year's SPG and SSG elections. Once again po, okay po, participants po natin sa ating SPG, SSG elections ay yung mga elected president ng bawat section or ng bawat klase. Okay? For letter B, announcement of SPG, SSG elections among class presidents. Election notice po ay magbibigay po tayo ng election notice sa bawat class president sa tulong po ng ating class advisor. Letter C, distribution of election application packets. Ayan. Sa mga kasamahan po nating teacher advisors dyan, natatandaan niyo pa rin po ba ang election application packet? Alam ko po na natatandaan niyo po yan dahil po yan po ay kasama po sa ating CBL. So ano nga ba ang EAP or Election Application Packet? Bago ko po i-discuss yan, huwag po tayong malilito, dahil mamaya po i-introduce ko naman po sa inyo ang Appointment Application Packet. Iba po ang EAP sa AAP. The EAP or the Election Application Packet, it contains various forms which will be completed and accomplished by the candidates. Learners who signify interest to run. It also includes the SPG, SSG election procedures which aims to guide learners on the actual casting of votes. So dito po, meron po tayong 2 main things na included sa ating EAP. Number 1 po yung ating mga forms at number 2 po yung ating election procedures na maggagabay sa ating mga learners kung paano bumoto. Ito po ay ibibigay sa mga learners na magpa-participate sa elections. On the other hand, hindi bibigyan sa learner na hindi tatakbo sa ng forms po ito, pero siya po ay bibigyan ng last component ng EAP na tinatawag po nating SPG and SSG election procedures. Ito po yung components ng election application packet. Discuss po natin ng mas specific ito, For the first one, you have here the certificate of candidacy. This signifies that the SPG or SSG candidate is announcing his or her candidacy for a specific position and puts his purest understanding on the procedures of the election. For number 2 po, plan of action. Ito po ay intended only for SSG. This is a detailed plan of projects, programs, and activities. Kagaya po ng diniscuss kanina ng ating chief, si Sir A, yung mga suggested PPAs po na po pwede po natin gawin for the new normal setup po. At dito po sa plan of action, ito po ay umiikot sa ating mga core, sa DepEd core values. Ayan. Pwede po bang paki-comment po natin yung iba't ibang or yung ating mga DepEd core values sa comment section? Ayan, nakikita ka na. For number 3, candidates agenda. Ang candidates agenda po ay intended only for SSG. This is a tool to test the candidate's worth for the position and to know his or her capacity to lead and be part of the organization. Ito po ay naglalaman ng iba't ibang questions na sasagutan po ng ating mga candidates at yan naman po ay ipapasa kay COMELEC at i-compile at i-collate po ni COMELEC na later on po ay kabilang sa ating election paraphernalia. For the fourth one, introductory profile. Siyempre, kung meron po tayo sa SSG, meron din po tayo sa SPG. It serves as a guide for our student voters on who to select from the candidates. The profile of the candidates will be given. Nandyan po yung kanyang vision, yung kanyang plano sa SPG. At yan din po ay ipapasa kay COMELEC sa pamamagitan po ng tulong ni class advisor. For the fifth one, we have the Certificate of Good Academic Standing. Kung matatandaan nyo po, dati po natin ginagawa, meron po tayong minimum grade requirement. Pero ngayon po, kailangan lang po mag-present ng Certificate of Good Academic Standing na wala pong failing grades from the previous semester or academic year po, yung ating candidates for SPG and SSG. Next, parental consent. Siyempre, dapat po kailangan yan. And number 8, SPG, SSG, election procedures. Once again po, ang ating election procedures po ay naglalaman ng step-by-step procedures kung paano mag-cast ng votes ang ating mga SPG at SSG officers or SPG and SSG candidates. At don't worry din po dahil po tayo po ay magpo-provide na ng mismong forms or template po ng ating mga forms ng composition po ng election application packet. Yan po ay kasama po sa mismong ibinaba po namin na interim guidelines from the central office. For the second activity, filing and evaluation of EAP. We have 3 activities here. Submission of EAP. So, ibibigay po yung mga forms kay learners or dun sa mga gustong kumandidato. Tapos po, pagka po nasagutan na nila yun, yan po ay isasubmit. The candidate represented by parent or guardian shall submit the accomplished and completed EAP to the class advisor kung yan po ay manual elections. Pero kung digital elections naman po yan, pwede na po yan i-submit via digital platform. For letter B, endorsement of submitted EAP to the COMELEC. And letter C, evaluation of EAP. This will be accomplished and done by the members of the COMELEC itself. They shall determine the approval or disapproval of each candidate's application using the election application evaluation tool. Kapag po nag-evaluate na si COMELEC, dalawa lang po yung decision yan. Either approve po or disapprove using yung election application evaluation tool po na provided po ng ating interim guidelines. Next po, consolidation and printing of election paraphernalia. So kanina po, at this point po, naaalala pa po ba yung components ng election application packet? Pwede tayo mag-comment sa chat box po, And then, ang karamihan sa nilalaman po ng EAP ay ang lalamanin din ng election paraphernalia. Pero ito yung consolidation of accomplished components po ng EAP. The election paraphernalia is composed of the following. Official list of candidates, plan of action for SSG, candidates agenda for SSG, introductory profile for SPG, official ballot, and envelope. Once again po, yung pong lalamanin ng election paraphernalia ay manggagaling doon sa election application packet na sinubmit ni learner. Ang gagawin po ni COMELEC ay i-compile ito at ibibigay po ulit kay learners bilang part ng election paraphernalia. The COMELEC shall collect and collate candidates' information and answers from the components of the election paraphernalia listed in the previous slide. Example po nito, Say for example, meron po tayong 5 candidates. So si candidate 1 po may sagot sa meron po siyang action plan hanggang si candidate number 5. Yung po ang gagawin ni COMELEC po, pagsasama-samahin po niya yon, Candidate 1, 2, 3, and 4, and 5 at ilalagay po niya yon sa election paraphernalia. Dahil ang election paraphernalia po ang magsisilbing campaign material po ng ating mga SPG and SSG election candidates. And finally, the election's official ballot will be included in the election paraphernalia for distribution. Next step po, announcement of final list of official candidates and distribution of election paraphernalia. After this step po, we will now proceed to the most exciting part of the elections, the actual elections or the election proper. The election proper is composed of 4 main activities. The start of the elections hanggang sa consolidation of canvass votes po. For the start of the elections, the acceptance of the final list of candidates and the election paraphernalia marks the start of the election. So yun po, ibibigay po yan ni class advisor during the school's distribution and retrieval of modules po, at iuwi po yan ng parent or ng guardian, at doon na po mismo boboto ang ating mga candidates. At syempre kapag tapos na, sa schedule po na meron sa school, ibabalik po ulit nila yan for the retrieval of official ballot. For letter C, canvassing of votes, and letter D, consolidation of canvass votes. And doon naman po tayo sa proclamation of winners. Of course, magkakaroon po tayo ng validation of official results dito. And then we will be announcing the newly elected officers of SPG and SSG. And syempre po, meron po tayo dito na selection and approval of SSG and SPG advisorship. Ngayon po, ang selection of possible SPG, SSG advisor po ay si school head po ang magse-select po ng SPG or SSG advisor. At ang gagawin naman po niya dyan ay i-endorse po niya yan sa SDS. Okay? It will have an endorsement by the school head to the SDS to make it more formal. Okay? And then, magkakaroon po tayo ng approval and issuance of SPG and SSG advisorship designation galing po sa Office ng Schools Division Superintendent. And ayun po, meron na po tayong selected and approved SPG and SSG advisor. Pumunta naman po tayo sa oath taking. Of course, the first activity here is the distribution of oath taking form. Syempre po, kung manual elections po ang ginagawa po natin, magdi-distribute po tayo ng oath taking form sa schedule ng distribution and retrieval po ng modules ng school na kinabibilangan natin. For letter B, retrieval of accomplished oath-taking form. And the last part is the consolidation of election documents. Yan. Siyempre po, kailangan po natin i-consolidate at i-file at i-document po yung mga nangyari sa ating eleksyon dahil yan po ay ipapasa po natin sa ating youth formation coordinator po sa division. Ngayon, na-discuss ko na po dito yung SPG, SSG election guidelines. Kagaya po ng sinabi ko sa inyo kanina, magkakaroon po muna tayo ng homeroom class organization elections. Dahil kung sino po yung elected president po doon, siya po ang magpa-participate sa SPG and SSG elections. As I have established a while ago, they have almost the same set of activities. Ito lang po yung kanilang pagkakaiba. So homeroom class organization elections, it is comprised of the following, or the EAP is comprised of the following. Number 1, certificate of candidacy. Number 2, intent to run. And for the election paraphernalia po, for the homeroom class organization elections, it is composed of the following: official list of candidates, the introductory profile from intent to run, and the official ballot. Yan. Gising ko po ba ang lahat ulit? Pwede ba makahingi po ng heart reacts? Ayan. Binabati ko nga po pala yung mga kasamahan kong teacher advisor.